Normally the cats aren't allowed in the living room, but I couldn't resist today. It's so sunny, and I came in here to rearrange what was left of the flowers that Laura and Ken gave me for my birthday 10 days ago. I guess it is now January 21st. Whatever. In any event, the cats enjoy the sun so much, and I know they love to sniff flowers. I couldn't let them in here before because they would have torn the whole bouquet together. They would have torn the whole bouquet apart. If you can see him, Dreidel is being a meatloaf behind the flowers. I don't know if you can see him or not. And that's my girl, who's sitting on the table being a statue right now. She's a lovey-dovey girl that I had to take back from a friend who went into a terminal facility for cancer. But I really love having her here. She's half-brother to Drummer. She's Dreidel's daughter. And actually, I'm really glad to have her back. She's a very, very sweet girl. It took her time to get used to the other cats again because she was an only child where she was living before. And at first, she just hissed and spat at everybody. She didn't want any part of being part of a group. She would not be a good candidate for group therapy, obviously. Here comes Fleet, that beautiful natural. He's very dark and very handsome. Everybody who sees him wants him until they find out that he's afraid of people. He'll sit nearby and he'll almost let me pet him, but then he scoots away just as quickly as he possibly can. One of these days, I'm going to find a place for him that will have the patience to domesticate him, if that's the right word. Over here, and I'm going to move the camera slowly, is Cha-Cha, who absolutely loves the couches and likes to roll around on the nubby fabric. It's one of the reasons, these couches are one of the reasons why I really don't let them in here, because I just bought them a few months ago, and since they've already destroyed several couches prior to this, although not the same cats, I just don't want these wrecked too. I can't afford to keep buying couches, to be honest. But I love the nubby fabric. I may or may not have them covered in canvas eventually, because the canvas is impervious to cat's claws. But we'll see about that. It depends upon what priorities I have, to be honest. Now here we go with Cha-Cha up there on the sideboard, and Fleet's over there on the end of the table, and they are starting to go nose to nose. Now Fleet's really offensive as far as Cha-Cha's concerned, and Cha-Cha's afraid of Fleet. I can't say I blame her, because he attacks her when she least expects it. He's not mean, and he doesn't try to hurt her. It's like a game with him. He's teasing her. But she overreacts. She leaps away. She runs away, with the result that, of course, he chases her, and she has to come to me for security. Here he comes. He's going to come around the corner after her. Look at this. Look at this. See, he's being a brat. Yeah, meow yourself. Why are you doing that? Why are you teasing Cha-Cha, Fleet? Well, he's a lovely boy in any event, and he really does have a sweet personality. Oh, he found the towel. I had a friend stay over a few weeks ago, and I had brought down fresh linens and towels and so on and so forth, and I haven't gotten around to bringing them back upstairs and putting the towels in the washing machine or whatever. So when I came in here a little while ago, I decided to put that towel on the stool because I knew that one of them eventually would end up there. In this particular case, it's Fleet. You can see that Girly Girl is falling asleep on the table in the sun, and Dreidel hasn't moved an inch. In fact, if I didn't know better, I wouldn't know that there was a cat in the room, because that's what he's hoping, that I'll overlook him when I go out of the room and he gets to stay in here. Well, he's got another think coming. Fleet's giving me the eye. Let's see if I can get a better picture here. No, I really can't, because all the pictures that are, when I try to get closer, are blurry or fuzzy, whatever. You can see I just can't, not with this lens. This is a miserable lens for taking medium length pictures. It's really good for distance, and it takes excellent close-ups. It's an 18 to 200 millimeter auto, and it really has been my favorite lens over the years, except, as I said, for taking middle length pictures, mid-length, whatever it's called. Fleet's probably going to fall asleep there, but if you notice, I don't know if you can see, his eyes are still open. He's watching Cha-Cha, who is over here behind the couch. Here's Cha-Cha. She thinks he can't see her. Of course he can see her, and I can see her too. But she's hoping that as long as I'm sitting here, she's safe. She'll probably meander around the room. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Cha-Cha? No? Nothing? Well, now she's probably going to jump up on my lap, and that's only to be expected. I've said before that she follows me around like a puppy dog. It's worse than that. She's a Velcro cat. She clings to me all the time. She has been very insecure, and especially when she's insecure, she's got to be where I am, because otherwise she's, I guess, just plain uncomfortable. She thinks that somebody's going to hurt her, which is the furthest thing from the truth in this house, because even though Fleet and Billy like to tease her, they're actually never going to hurt her. Well, I'm going to close this for the moment because I have things to do. My grandson's coming for supper, and I want to start the pork chops in apple cider with sliced apples, and that's going to take a few minutes. So long for now. Please come back and visit again. Don't forget to subscribe.